We are live. Team 1, it's going to be Slade and Neil Wood starting us out. Douglas Henry, you're needed at the entry office. Douglas Henry. They're going to take no time. Let's go to Trey Lamar and Case Key at 2. Sam Miller, Brett Miller, be ready at 3. 5 is going to be Garrett and Skylar. Cutter Babb and Kelly Boswell at 6. $13.31, including the leg. $13.31. Let's go to Sam and Brett, team 3, followed by Garrett and Skylar at 5. Cutter and Kelly at 6. $7.33 clean, 7.33. This is going to be Team 5. Garrett and Skylar open. 6 is Cutter Babb and Kelly Boswell. Logan Sifford and Hagen Wright be ready at 7. 8 is going to be Trevor Alston and Caden Tinsley. Reed and Ross at 9. We're going to max them out here, 22.33. That's going to be too long, ropers. Let's go to Team 6, Cutter Babb and Kelly Boswell. 7 is going to be Logan and Hagen. Clean but a barrier is going to make you 13 flat. You guys are in there, 13 flat. Let's go to Logan Sifford and Hagen Wright at 7. 8 is going to be Trevor Olson and Caden Tinsley. Reed and Ross at 9. Lee McKellar and Troy Levinos be ready at 10. Trevor and Caden, you can ride in. Clean run, 786, 786. Let's go to Team 8, Trevor Olson and Caden Tinsley. 9 is going to be Reed and Ross. Lee and Troy at 10. Colton and Clyde be ready at 11. Ryder and Maverick, you're out at 12. $8.09 clean, $8.09. Let's go to Reed and Ross, wrapping at 9, followed by Lee McKellar and Troy at 10. 11 is going to be Colton and Clyde, Ryder and Maverick at 12. We're going to roll 13, so Keegan West be ready at 14. $9.47 clean, $9.47. Let's go to Lee and Troy at 10, followed by Colton and Clyde at 11. 12 is going to be Ryder and Maverick. Keegan and West at 14. Kaylin Helton and Kent Shankles at 15. 1428. That's in there. 1428. Victor Del Salvo, you're needed back at the entry office, please. This is Colton and Clyde, Team 11. Clean run of a 6 and 50, 650. Let's go to Ryder and Maverick at 12. 13 is a roll. 14 is going to be Keegan and West. Kaylin and Ken at 15. Cutter and Case be ready at 16. $784. Let's go to team 14 in the box. It's going to be Keegan Lester and Wes Miller. 15 is Kaylin and Kent. Cutter and Case at 16. Waylon Engel, Victor DeSalvo at 17. Kaylin and Kent, you can ride in. Clean run, 855, 855. Let's go to Kaylin Helton and Kent Schenkels at 15. Cutter Kane and Case Key at 16. Waylon and Victor be ready at 17. Trace Anderson and Brent Miller, you're out at 18. Clean run, 8 and 56, 856. Let's go to 16. It's Cutter Kane and Case Key, followed by Waylon Engel and Victor DeSalvo at 17. Trace Anderson and Brent Miller be ready at 18. Casey Hilly and Ty Thompson at 19. Zach Sweeten and Luke Atkinson at 20. Clean run of a 931, 931. Let's go to Waylon and Victor at 17. Trace and Brent be ready at 18. Casey Hilly and Ty Johnson at 19. Zach Sweeten and Luke at 20. 21 is going to be Cutter and Skyler. Clean run, 7 and 94, 794. Let's go to Trace and Brent at 18. Casey and Ty be ready at 19. 20 is going to be Zach and Luke. Cutter and Skyler at 21. Dan Denmark and Hagen Wright at 22. $851, $851. Let's go to Casey and Tyne at 19. 20 is going to be Zach and Luke. Cutter and Skyler at 21. Dan Denmark and Hagen Wright, you're 22. Tate Bailey and Matt Levette at 23. Zach and Luke, you can ride on in. Clean run, 816, 816. Let's go to Team 20. Zach Sweeten and Luke Rope and 21 is going to be Cutter Babb and Skylar Dominguez. Dan Denmark and Hagen Wright at 22. Tate Bailey and Matt Levette at 23. Ryan Moore and Justin Davis at 24. Lee McKellar and Ross Addison at 25. Clean run, 8 and 25, 8-2-5. Let's go to Cutter and Skylar at 21. Dan and Hagan be ready at 22. 23 is going to be Tate Bailey and Matt. 24 is Ryan Marr and Justin Davis. Lee and Ross at 25. Cash and Victor, you're 25.1. Dan and Hagan, you can ride in. Clean run, 886, 886. Let's go to Dan Mark and Hagan Wright, team 22. Tate Bailey and Matt Levette at 23. Ryan Marr and Justin Davis at 24. Lee McKellar, Ross Addison at 25. Cash Fortenberry, Victor Del Sava at 25.1. Sam Miller and Cole Petrowski at 26. Tate and Matt, you can ride on in. They're going to go out with a no time there. Let's go to team 23. It's Tate Bailey and Matt Levette. Roping 24s, Ron Marr and Justin Davis. Lee McKellar and Ross Addison at 25. Cash and Victor 25.1. Sam and Cole at 26. Colton Clayton and Lane LaFountain at 27. Braden Wisen, you're needed to the entry office, please. Braden Wisen. Ryan and Justin, 24. You can ride in. Clean run, 832, 8 and 3-2. Let's go to Ryan Marr and Justin Davis at 24. Lee McKellar, Ross Addison at 25. Cash and Victor, 25.1. Sam and Cole at 26. Clayton and LaFountain, you're 27. Team 4 and 13. We'll get you after 30, guys. Lee and Ross, team 25. You can ride in. They're going to take a no time. Lee McKellar and Ross Addison at 25. If you guys are $7.99 or under, you're going to win some Equinity products. $7.99 or under. Mitch Bazell, you're needed at the entry office, please. Mitch Bazell. Cash and Victor, 25.1. You can ride in. And they're going to be clean, 8 and 33, 833. Let's go to team 25.1. Cash, Fortenberry, and Victor DeSalva. Open 26 is going to be Sam Miller and Cole Petrowski. Cutter Bab, you're needed at the entry office. Let's roll this team. Victor's in the second arena. This is team 26, Sam Miller and Cole Petrowski. 27 is going to be Colton Clayton and Lane LaFountain. Colton Sherlock and Caden Tinsley at 28. Walker Guy and Maverick Lenzo be ready at 29. Cutter Bab, when you get a second, if you'll go to the entry office, please. Colton and Lane, 27. You can ride in. We're going to max them out $16.92, and that's going to be too long, guys. Let's go to Colton Clayton and Lane LaFountain at 27. 28 is going to be Colton and Caden. Walker Guy and Maverick at 29. Austin Robertson, Colby Corporal, you're 30. Followed by Coulter Jackson and Zach Sweeten at 4. Coleman Packard and Cross at 13. We'll try for Cash and Victor, 25.1. Tyler Wallace, please go to the entry office, please. Tyler Wallace. Colton and Caden, 28. You can run in. And they're going to be clean, 6 and 54, 654. Let's go to Colton and Caden, team 28, 29's Walker Guy and Maverick. 30 is going to be Austin Robertson and Colby Corkrow, followed by Coulter Jackson and Zach Sweeten at 4. Walker and Maverick, 29. You can run in. Clean run, 876, 876. Let's go to Walker Guy and Maverick at 29. Austin Robertson, Colby Corkrow at 30. Coulter Jackson and Zach Sweeten at team 4. Coleman Packer and Cross at 13. Cash Fortenberry and Victor, 25.1. You guys be ready. Austin and Colby, you can run on in. Clean run, 913, 913. This is going to be Austin Robertson and Colby Corkrow repping at team 30, followed by Coulter Jackson and Zach Sweeten at 4. Coleman Packard and Cross Ringelstein at 13, 25.1s, Cash Fortenberry and Victor DeSava. Trevor Olson and Blaine Caldwell be ready at 31. Coulter and Zach, team 4, you can run on in. Clean run, 7 and 20, 720. This is going to be Coulter, Jackson, and Zach Sweeten roping at 4. Coleman Packard and Cross at 13. Cash and Victor, 25.1. Trevor and Blaine at 31, 32 through 35. Make sure you guys are ready. Coleman and Cross, team 13. You can run in. Clean run, 839, 839. Let's go to Coleman and Cross roping at 13. Cash and Victor, 25.1. Trevor and Blaine at 31. Cash and Victor, you can run in. They're going to be clean, 6 and 64, 664. Let's go to Cash and Victor, 25.1. Trevor and Blaine at 31. 32 is going to be Jarrett Freeman and Judd Jackson. Ruby Magnus and Cooper Robertson at 33. Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller, you're 34. Trevor and Blaine, you can run on in. They're going to go out with a no time. This is going to be Team 31, Trevor Olson and Blaine Caldwell, 32, Jarrett Freeman and Judd Jackson, Ruby Magnus and Cooper Robertson at 33, Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller at 34, Reed and Victor at 35, Kenyon Pennell and Clyde Boljak be ready at 36. Jarrett and Judd, you can run in. And they're going to be clean, 8 and 40, 840. Let's go to Jarrett and Judd, team 32. 33 is going to be Ruby and Cooper. Ashley and Wes at 34. Reed and Victor at 35. Kenyon Pennell and Clyde at 36. Logan and Britt at 37. Ruby and Cooper, you can run in. No time. We're going to 33. Ruby Magnus and Cooper Robertson. 34 is going to be Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller. Reed and Victor at 35. Kenyon Pennell and Clyde Boljak, you're 36. Sifford and Bradford at 37. Ashley and West, you can ride in. Clean run, 7 and 69, 769. Let's go to Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller at 34. Reed and Victor be ready at 35. Candy Pinnell and Clyde at 36. Logan and Britt, you're out at 37. Bobby Boy Manuel and Tyne Johnson at 38. Reed and Victor, you can ride in. Clean run, 7 and 25. Let's go to Reed and Victor, 35. Kenyon and Clyde at 36. Logan and Britt at 37. Bobby Boy and Tyne at 38. Casper and Case be ready at 39. Kenyon and Clyde, 36. You guys can ride on in. Clean run here, 8 and 15, 8-1-5. Let's go to Kenya Pinnell and Clyde Boljak at 36 once we get the arena clear. We're up in 36 here. Kenya Pinnell and Clyde Boljak, Logan Sifford and Britt Bradford be ready at 37. Manuel and Johnson at 38. Casper and Case, you're out at 39. Hilly and Wright, have it on your mind at 40. Logan and Britt, right on in. 37's in the box. We're going to get them a leg, 1185, including that leg, 1185. Let's go to Logan Sifford and Britt Bradford at 37, 38. It's going to be Bobby Boy Manuel and Tyne Johnson, Casper and Case at 39. Casey and Hagan at 40. Bobby Boy and Tyne, 38. You can ride in. With a leg there, it's 13 and 49. Let's go to Bobby Boy and Tyne at 38. 39 is going to be Casper and Case. Casey and Hagan at 40. Ryder and Matt, 41. Chance and Justin, 42. We're going to be clean 6 and 69, 669. This is going to be Casper and Case at 39. 40 is going to be Casey Hilly and Hagan Wright. Ryder and Matt at 41. Chance Harmon and Justin Davis at 42. Ryan Mara and Troy, you're out at 43. Casey and Hagan, Team 40, you guys can ride in. They're going to take no time. Here's our Inquinity team. It's going to be Team 40, Casey, Hilly, and Hagan Wright. If you guys can be $7.99 or under, you're going to get you some free Inquinity products today. Ryder and Matt, you're out at 41. Chance and Justin at 42. They're going to be clean, 848, 848. Let's go to Ryder and Matt at 41. Chance and Justin, 42. Ryan Moore and Troy Levinos at 43. Tate Bailey, Ross Addison, be ready at 44. Cutter Babb and Cole Petrowski, you're 45. Seven and 30. Let's go to Chance and Justin at 42. Ryan and Troy, you can run in. They're going to go out with no time there. Let's go to Team 43. It's Ryan Moore and Troy Levinos. 44. It's going to be Tate Bailey and Ross Addison. Cutter Babb and Cole Petrowski at 45. Cashford and Barry, Colton Clayton at 46. Riley and Maverick be ready at 47. 48 is going to be a roll. Tate and Ross, 44. You can run in. They're going to be clean, 8 and 77, 877. Let's go to Tate Bailey and Ross Addison at 44. Cutter and Cole be ready at 45. 46 is going to be Cash and Colton. Riley and Maverick at 47. Robertson and Boswell at 48. Kane and Caldwell at 49. The books on that number 12 are open, guys. You can be getting your entries turned in. They will close at the end of round 3. So if you do not have your entries in, you can head to the entry office and get that taken care of. Cutter and Cole, you can run on in. They're going to go out with no time. Let's go to Cutter Babb and Cole Petrowski, roping at 45. Cashford and Barry and Colton Clayton at 46. Riley Shelton and Maverick Lorenzo at 47. Austin and Kelly, you're 48. Kane and Caldwell at 49. Cash and Colton, you can run on in. They're going to take another time. Let's go to Cash Barry and Colton Clayton at 46. Riley Shelton and Maverick at 47. Austin and Kelly, you're out at 48. Cutter Kane and Blaine Caldwell at 49. Dan and Judd at 50. Riley and Maverick, you can run in. Clean run, 899, 899. Let's go to Riley Shelton and Maverick roping at 47. Austin Robertson, Kelly Boswell at 48. Cutter and Blaine at 49. Austin and Kelly, 48. You guys can run on in. They're going to be clean, 819, 819. We're going to Austin Robertson and Kelly Boswell. Team 48, 49 is going to be Cutter Kane and Blaine Caldwell. Dan Denmark and Judd Jackson, you're out at 50. England Shankles at 51. Richardson and Robertson at 52. Stidham and Boljak be ready at 53. Cutter and Blaine, you can run in. They're going to take another time there. Let's go to Cutter Kane and Blaine Caldwell. Team 49. 50 is going to be Dan Denmark and Judd Jackson. Waylon England, Kent Shankles at 51. Austin and Cooper at 52. Austin Stidham and Clyde Boljak at 53. Dan and Judd, you can run in. With a leg, it's going to be 12.97. 12.97. Let's go to Dan Denmark and Judd Jackson at 50. Waylon and Kent at 51. Ashley and Cooper at 52. Waylon and Kent, you can ride in. Clean run, 8:21, 8:21. This is Waylon Engel and Kent Shankles at 51. Ashley and Cooper at 52. Austin Stidham and Clyde at 53. 54 is going to be Canyon Pinnell and Luke. Colby Corkle, Lane LaFountain, Cross Ringleside, Skylar Dominguez, Coulter, and Judd Jackson. You guys are needed at the entry office, please. Ashley and Cooper, you can ride in. $8.91 clean, $8.91. Let's go to Ashley Richardson and Cooper Robertson at 52. Austin Stidham and Clyde at 53. Kenya Pinnell and Luke Atkinson at 54. Jarrett Freeman and Britt Bradford, you're 55. Bobby Boy Manuel and Colby Corkle at 56. Austin and Clyde, you can ride in. 7:43 clean, 7:43. This is Austin Stidham and Clyde Balljack Roping at 53. Kenyon Pinnell and Luke at 54. Jarrett Freeman and Britt Bradford be ready at 55. Bobby Boy Manuel and Colby Corkle at 56. Colt Alt and Douglas Henry at 57. Jackson and Levette at 58. Canyon and Luke, you can ride on in. We're going to get them a leg 14 flat. That's in there, 14 flat. This is Canyon Pinnell and Luke at 54. Jarrett Freeman and Britt Bradford at 55. Bobby Boy Manuel and Colby Corkle at 56. Colt Alton and Douglas Henry at 57. Coulter Jackson and Matt Levette at 58. Casper Ringelston and Lane LaFountain be ready at 59. Jarrett and Britt at 55. You can ride in. They're going to be clean, 9-34, 9-34. Let's go to Jarrett and Britt at 55. Bobby Boy and Colby at 56. Colton Douglas be ready at 57. Coulter and Matt at 58. Clean run of a 7-65, 7-65. This is Team 56. Bobby Boy Manuel and Colby Corkle at 57. It's going to be Colton Alt and Douglas Henry. Coulter Jackson and Matt Levette at 58. They're going to go out with an overtime. Let's go to Team 57. It's going to be Colton Alton, Douglas Henry, 58. It's Coulter Jackson and Matt. Casper and Lane at 59. Walker Guy, Cole Petrowski at 60. Samuel Mendoza and Colton Clayton at 61. Coulter and Matt, you guys can ride on in. No time. Let's go to Coulter Jackson and Matt at 58. Casper and Lane be ready at 59. Walker Guy and Cole Petrowski, you're out at 60. Samuel Mendoza and Colton Clayton at 61. Riley, Shelton, and Cross at 62. Casper and Lane, you can ride in. They're going to be clean 6 and 79, 679. Let's go to Casper and Lane at 59. Walker and Cole, Beardy at 60. Samuel and Colton, you're 61. Riley and Cross at 62. Trace and Justin, Beardy at 63. Trade Lamar and Blaine Caldwell, you're out at 64. Walker and Cole, you can ride in. With the leg, here's 12 and 51, including that leg, 12:51. Let's go to Walker and Cole, team 60. Samuel and Colton, be ready at 61. Riley, Shelton, and Cross at 62. Trace Anderson and Justin Davis, you're out at 63. Trayden and Blaine at 64. Ruby Magnus and Wes Miller, 65. Samuel and Colton, 61. You can ride in. Cutter Bab and Brody Barker. You guys need to run to the entry office, please. Cutter Bab and Brody Barker. Clean run, 8 and 42, 842. Let's go to Samuel and Colton at 61. Riley and Cross, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Riley and Cross, team 62. 63 is going to be Trace and Justin. Trayden and Blaine at 64. Ruby Magnus, Wes Miller at 65. Dan Denmark and Ton Johnson at 66. Clean run, 6 and 96, 696. This is Trace Anderson and Justin Davis at 63. Trade Lamar and Blaine Caldwell, be ready at 64. Ruby Magnus and Wes Miller at 65. Dan Denmark and Ton Johnson at 66. Austin and Judd, you're 67. Trayden and Blaine, you can ride in. Clean run of an 8 flat, 8 flat. Let's go to Trayden and Lamar. Trayden, Lamar, and Blaine Caldwell at 64. Ruby and West, you're already at 65. Dan Denmark and Ton Johnson at 66. Austin and Judd at 67. Luke and Skylar, you're out at 68. Ruby and West, you can ride in. We're going to max everything out. 16:47 is going to be too long, guys. So no time. Let's go to Ruby and West at 65. Dan and Ton at 66. Austin and Judd, you're 67. Luke and Skylar at 68. Ashley and Joy, be ready at 69. Dan and Ton, you can ride on in. Clean run, 678, 6 and 78. This is Dan Denmark and Ton Johnson roping at 66. Austin and Judd, be ready at 67. Luke and Skylar at 68. Ashley and Jory, 69. Bobby Boy and Britt at 70. Austin and Judd, you can ride in. They're going to take another time. This is Austin Robertson and Judd Jackson, team 67, 68. It's going to be Luke and Skylar. Ashley and Troy at 69. Bobby Boy and Britt, you're 70. Hold up just a second, guys. Luke and Skylar, 68. You can ride in. Clean run, 868, 868. This is going to be Luke and Skylar at 68. 69 is Ashley and Troy. Bobby Boy and Britt at 70. Waylon Engel, Cooper Robertson at 71. Ron Marr and Kent Shankles at 72. Ashley and Troy, you can run in. With a leg there is 12.58, including 12.58. Let's go to Ashley Richardson and Troy Levanos at 69. Bobby Boy Manuel and Britt Bradford at 70. Waylon Engel, Cooper Robertson at 71. Ron Marr, Kent Schenkel 72. Jarrett Freeman and Lane LaFountain at 73. Bobby Boy and Britt, you can ride in. Clean run, 6 and 65, 665. This is Bobby Boy Manuel and Britt Bradford at 70. Waylon Engel, Cooper Robertson at 71. Ron Marr and Kent Shankles at 72. Jarrett Freeman, Lane LaFountain at 73. Logan Sifford and Cole Petrowski, 74. Casper and Colby at 75. Waylon and Cooper, you can ride in. They're going to go out with a no time there. Let's go to Waylon Engel and Cooper Robertson at 71. Ron Marr, Kent Shankles at 72. Freeman and LaFountain at 73. Sifford and Petrowski are out at 74. Casper and Colby be ready at 75. Ron and Kent, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Ron Marr and Kent Shankles at 72. Jarrett Freeman, Lane LaFountain, 73. 74 is going to be Logan Sifford and Cole Petrowski. Casper and Colby at 75. 76 is Riley Shelton and Matt Levette. Jarrett and Lane, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Jarrett Freeman and Lane LaFountain, 73. 74 is going to be Logan and Cole. Casper and Colby at 75. Riley Shelton and Matt at 76. Canyon and Cross at 77. Walker and Blaine at 78. Lee and Cooper at 79. Logan and Cole, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Logan Sifford and Cole Petrowski, 74. 75 is going to be Casper and Colby. Riley and Matt at 76. Kenny and Pinella and Cross at 77. Walker and Blaine be ready at 78. 79 is going to be Lee McKellar and Cooper. Cash and Doug at 80. Then we will drag. Casper and Colby, you can ride in. You guys come back around for me. Let's go to Casper and Colby at 75. Riley, Shelton, and Matt at 76. 1757 is going to be too long. Let's go to Riley and Matt at 76. Kenyon and Cross at 77. Walker and Blaine at 78. No time. Let's go to Kenyon and Cross, 77. Walker and Blaine at 78. Lee and Cooper, 79. Cash and Douglas at 80. Walker and Blaine, you can run it in. Clean run, 802, 802. Let's go to Walker Guy and Blaine Caldwell at 78. Lee and Cooper at 79. Cash and Douglas at 80. Logan and Cole, you will end the round. Lee and Cooper, you can run in. 11-24 with that leg. 11-24. Let's go to Lee, McKellar, Cooper Robertson at 79. Cash, Fortenberry, Douglas Henry at 80. Logan Sifford and Cole Petrowski. They're going to take another time. Well, let's go to Cash and Douglas at 80. Logan Sifford and Colt Petrowski, 74. They're going to be clean, 693. 693. Let's go to Logan and Cole at 74. Then we'll drag. They're going to take another time. We're going to drag. We'll come back to round 3. While you've got a second, guys, you can go visit J. Ray's. There is a barbecue trailer set up in the front. Brew Through Coffee and Cadillac Drinks Boutique is down between J. Ray's and the restrooms. If you do not have your entries in on that number 12, those books will close at the end of round 3. All right, guys, let's start it at the top. We're going to Sam Miller and Brent Miller with a 1466 on 2, followed by Coulter Jackson and Zach Sweeten at 4. Logan Sifford and Hagen Wright, be ready at 7. Trevor Wilson and Caden Tinsley, you're out at 8. We're taking the top 15 to the short round of this number 13.5 with 5,000 added. So Sam and Brett, 1466. Coulter and Zach, you can run on in. They're going to go out with another time. Let's go to Coulter Jackson and Zach Sweeten with a 1509, followed by Logan and Hagen at 7. 8. It's going to be Trevor Olson and Caden Tinsley. Ryder and Maverick at 12. Keegan Lester and Wes Miller at 14. Clean run, 7 and 54. That's going to make you guys 2263 on 4. 2263. This is Logan Sifford and Hagen Wright, Team 7 with the 1679, followed by Trevor Olson and Caden Tinsley at 8. Ryder and Maverick, be ready at 12. Keegan Lester and Wes Miller at 14, 17, 18, 19, and 21. Trevor and Caden, you can run on in. Clean run, 8 and 81. That's going to make you guys 25-60, 25 and 60. Let's go to Trevor Olson and Caden Tinsley, Team 8 with a 15-03. Ryder and Maverick, be ready at 12. 14 is going to be Keegan and West. Waylon and Victor at 17. Trace Anderson and Brett Miller, you're out at 18. Ryder and Maverick, you can ride in. They're going to go out with a no time. Let's go to Ryder and Maverick, Team 12. You're open with the 1592 on a pair, followed by Keegan Lester and Wes Miller at 14. Waylon and Victor, be ready at 17. Trace and Brent at 18. Hilly and Johnson at 19. Keegan and Wes, you can ride in. Clean run, 850. That's going to make you guys 24-42. That currently sitting second back, 24-42. This is Keegan and West, Team 14 with a 1605, followed by Waylon and Victor at 17, Trace and Brent at 18, Casey and Tyne at 19. Clean run, 781s. You guys are going to be 23-86. You go to second high call, 23-86. This is Waylon Engel and Victor Del Salva, Team 17, roping with a 17-78, followed by Trace Anderson and Brett Miller at 18. Casey Hilly and Tyne Johnson at 19. Cutter Babb and Skylar Dominguez at 21. With the legs, going to make you guys 12:02. You're going to be 29-80. That's currently sitting fifth. Let's go to Trace and Brent, Team 18 with a 19:44, followed by Casey and Tyne at 19. Casey and Tyne, you can ride in. Now they're going to be clean, 7-59. You guys go to the entry office. We've got some free Equinity products for you right there with that 7:59. Let's go to Casey and Tyne at 19 with a 16:88, followed by Cutter and Skylar at 21. Colton and Lane at 27. Colton and Caden be ready at 28. They're going to be clean, 7-73. You're 24-61. That's currently sitting fourth back. Let's go to Cutter Babb and Skylar Dominguez, Team 21 with a 19:15, followed by Colton and Lane at 27. Colton and Caden, you're out at 28. Walker and Maverick at 29. They're going to take another time. This is Colton Clayton and Lane LaFountain at 27 with a 13:11. Colton and Caden, 28. You can ride in. They're going to take another time. We're going to 28. Colton Shalak and Caden Tinsley with a 16:92. Walker Guy and Maverick Lenzo at 29. Austin Robertson, Colby Corkle at 30. Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller at 34. Reed and Victor at 35. If you do not have your entries in on that number 12, Ropers, you got about 20 teams to get that taken care of for us. 20 teams and those books will close. We're going to stick right here with Team 28, Colton and Caden. You guys are 16.92 on a pair. Walker and Maverick, 29. You can ride on in. No time. Let's go to Walker Guy and Maverick, team 29 with the 2054. Austin Robertson and Colby Corkle at 30. 34 is going to be Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller. Reed and Victor at 35. Kenya Pinnell and Clyde at 36. Logan and Britt at 37. Austin and Colby, you can ride in. They're going to take another time. Well, let's go to Austin Robertson and Colby Corkle, team 30 with a 2102, followed by Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller at 34. Reed and Victor at 35. 36 is Kenny Pinnell and Clyde. Logan and Britt at 37. Clean run, 6 and 91. You're 27.93. You're sitting 7th back at the moment, 27.93. This is Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller, team 34. You're 15.89 on a pair, followed by Reed and Victor at 35. Kenny Pinnell and Clyde be ready at 36. Logan and Britt at 37. Bobby Boy and Tyne at 38. Reed and Victor, you can ride in. Clean run, 8:34. You're 24.23. Your third high call, 24.23. This is Reed and Victor, team 35 with the 15.37. Followed by Kenyon and Clyde at 36. Logan and Britt at 37. Bobby Boy and Tyne at 38. Ryder and Matt be ready at 41. Kenyon and Clyde, you can ride in. Clean run, 7 and 96. You're 23.33. That goes to second high call, 23.33. Let's go to Kenya Pinnell and Clyde, team 36 with an 18.58. Followed by Logan and Britt at 37. Bobby Boy and Tyne, you're out at 38. Ryder and Matt at 41. Waylon Engel and Kent Shankles be ready at 51. 52, 3 and 4. Logan and Britt, 37. You can ride in. No time. Let's go to Logan Sifford and Britt, team 37 with a 2094. Bobby Boy and Tyne at 38. Ryder and Matt be ready at 41. Waylon Engel, Kent Shankles at 51. 52 is going to be Ashley Richardson and Cooper Robertson. Austin Stidham and Clyde be ready at 53. No time for that team. This is going to be Bobby Boy Manuel and Tyne, team 38. With the 1586, for my Ryder and Matt at 41. Waylon Engel and Kent Shankles be ready at 51. 52 is going to be Ashley and Cooper. Austin and Clyde at 53. Kenyon and Luke at 54. Skylar Dominguez, you're needed at the entry office, please. Skylar Dominguez. Ryder and Matt, you can ride in. No time. This is Ryder and Matt, Team 41 with the 15-10, followed by Waylon and Kent at 51. Ashley and Cooper, 52. 53 is going to be Austin, Stidham, and Clyde. Kenyon and Luke at 54. Jarrett Freeman and Britt Bradford at 55. Waylon and Kent, you can run it in. $7.92 clean. You're going to be 2302. You guys are second high call, 2302. This is Waylon Engel and Kent Shankles, Team 51 with a 1734 in the box, followed by Ashley and Cooper at 52. Austin and Clyde be ready at 53. Kenyon and Luke at 54. Freeman and Bradford at 55. Coulter and Matt at 58. Ashley and Cooper, you can run it in. No time. This is going to be Ashley Richardson and Cooper Robertson, Team 52 with a 1529. Followed by Austin Stidham and Clyde at 53. Kenyon Pennell and Luke at 54. Jarrett Freeman and Britt be ready at 55. We're going to be clean, 6 and 84. You're going to hot team back with a 22-13 on 3. 22-13. This is going to be Austin Stidham and Clyde, Team 53 with a 21-93, followed by Kenyon Pennell and Luke at 54. Jarrett Freeman and Britt Bradford be ready at 55. Coulter and Matt at 58. Casper and Lane, you're out at 59. 62, 3, and 7. Have it on your mind. No time. Let's go to Kenny and Pennell and Luke, Team 54. Your guys are 1585 coming in. Jarrett and Britt, you're going to be out next at 55. Coulter and Matt at 58. Casper and Lane at 59. Riley and Cross at 62. Jarrett and Britt, you can run in. Clean run, 6 and 87. You're going to be 22-72. You're sitting third high call, 22-72. This is going to be Jarrett Freeman and Britt Bradford. It's Team 55, repping with a 20-59, followed by Coulter, Jackson, and Matt at 58. Casper and Lane be ready at 59. Riley and Cross at 62. Trace Anderson and Justin Davis, 63. You've got about 7 teams to get your entries turned in on that number 12, Ropers. They're going to take a no time. This is Team 58, Coulter Jackson and Matt Levette with a 14-56. Casper and Lane, you're going to be out next. Riley and Cross at 62. Trace and Justin, 63. 67, 77, and 78. We will drag, and those books on that number 12 will be closed. Casper and Lane, you can ride in. They're going to take a no time. This is going to be Team 59. It's Casper and Lane open with an 18-79, followed by Riley and Cross at 62. Trace and Justin at 63. Austin and Judd at 67. Kenyon and Cross at 77. $10.34 including. That's going to make you guys $29.13. There's not a cut right now. Let's go to Team 62. Riley and Cross with a $14.93. $7.99 or faster is going to win you guys some free Equinity products for the day. Trace and Justin at 63. You're going to be out next. Followed by Austin and Judd, Kenyon and Cross. Clean run, 10 and 55. That's going to make you a 25.48. That's sitting 10th back. We now have a cut of a 29.80. This is Trace Anderson and Justin Davis, Team 63 with a 14.64, followed by Austin and Judd at 67. Katie Pennell and Cross at 77. 78 it's going to be Walker and Blaine. We will drag. You've got about 4 teams to get those entries on that number 12 turned in, and those books will close. Austin and Judd, you can ride in. With a leg there is 11.96. That's going to make you a 26.60. That's sitting 12th. The cuts are now 29.13. This is Austin and Judd with a 16.18 in the box, followed by Canyon and Cross at 77. Walker and Blaine at 78. Clean run, 7 and 36. You're 23.54. You go to 6th high call. This is Canyon Pennell and Cross with a 20.09. You got to be 7.83 or faster to get in the top 15. Walker and Blaine at 78. You guys will end us out. We'll drag, run our short round. 12-point ropers. Consider this your last call on entries for that number 12, ropers. Clean run of an 8 and 77. That's going to make you 28.86, and that's going to be a little too long. Let's go to Walker Guy and Blaine Caldwell with an 18.09. 9.83 or faster is what you guys have to be to get in the top 15. They're going to go out with a no time. We'll drag. Last call on entries on the number 12. 27.93. Austin and Colby, you guys are the cutoff to the top 15. This is going to be our top 15 of this number 13 with 5,000 added. It's going to be Austin Robertson and Colby Corkle with a 27.93. 14th back is Trace Anderson and Brett Miller, 27.03. 13th high call, that's Trace Anderson and Justin Davis with a 26.60. 12th back is Logan Sifford and Hagen Wright, 25.60. 11th high call is going to be Riley Shelton and Cross with a 25.48. 10th back is Casey Hilly and Tyne Johnson, 24.61. 9th high call is going to be Radovoff and Maverick Lorenzo with a 24.42. 8th back is Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller with a 24.23. 7th high call is Keegan Lester, Wes Miller, 23.86. Your money runs is Austin Robertson and Judd Jackson with a 23.54. 5th back is going to be Reed and Victor, 23.33. 4th high call is going to be Ryder and Matt with a 23.02. 3rd back, it's Canyon Pennell and Luke with a 22.72. 2nd high call is going to go to Coulter Jackson and Zach with a 22.63. And your high team back is going to be Ashley Richardson and Cooper Robertson with a 22.13. We are going to pay 6 holes in the average. One fast time that does not place is going to win $600. 6th place is going to pay $1,950. 5th is going to pay $3,500. 4th is going to split $5,450. 3rd is $7,400. 2nd's $9,350. And 1st is $11,300. This is your top 15. We're going to start it with Austin Robertson and Colby Corkle with a 27.93. Britt Bradford, you're needing at the entry office, please. 12-point ropers, you guys please be ready to rope. We are straight into it as soon as we finish our top 15 right here. Once again, we do want to say thank you to all our sponsors, especially Equinity. We wouldn't have this added money, would be able to do what we've done without them supporting us like they do throughout the year. They're going to take a no time there. Let's go to your 14th high call. Trace Anderson and Brett Miller with a 27.03. They're going to be clean 7 and 34. That's going to make you guys 34, 37, and that's going to go to number 1. Let's go to your top 13. It's going to be Trace Anderson. He's got to get his rope. He's going to come right back. It'll be Trace Anderson and Justin Davis. 26.60 is what you're working with. A run of 7.76 or faster will move you guys to number 1. This is your 13th high call. It's Trace Anderson and Justin Davis. 26.60. They're looking to be 7.76 or faster to move to number 1. And they're going to be clean with a 6 and 46. You guys are 33.06 on 4. That moves to first. Let's go to your 12th high call. It's Logan Sifford and Hagen Wright. 25 and 60 is what you're coming in with. 7.45 or faster is what you need to be. Clean run here, 6 and 96. That's going to make you guys 32.56, and you go to number 1. Here's your top 11. It's going to be Riley Shelton and Cross Ringleside with a 25.48. 7.07 is what you need to be to go to number 1. Casey and Tyne, you're going to be on next, followed by Ryder and Maverick. We're going to slip a leg and be 12.17, including your 37.65. That goes to 4th. Here's your top 10. Casey Hilly and Tyne Johnson with a 24.61. 7.94 faster is what you're looking for. Clean run here, 7 and 55. You guys are going to be 32.16. You got a number 1. Here's Ryder and Maverick, your 9th high call. You're 24.42. You got to be 7.73 or faster to move to first, guys. Ashley and Wes, you're going to be out next, followed by Keegan and Wes. They're going to be clean, 7 and 57. That's going to make you 31.99. You go to number 1. Here's your 8th high call. It's Ashley Richardson and Wes Miller. 24.23 is what you're coming in with. 7.75 or faster is what you're looking for. Hey, if this is your gray horse tied right here where we post the draw, can you please come move it? Let's not tie our horses so we can get the draw posted right there, guys. They're going to go out with a no time there. Let's go to your top 7. It's Keegan Lester and Wes Miller with a 23.86. 8.12 or faster is what you're looking for to move to number 1. Wes is coming right back. The draw on that number 12 has been posted. Ropers, take a look at it. If you've got an extra run, it's got to be paid for before it's roped. We are straight into that number 12, so Team 1, please be ready to rope. We're on our top 7 right here, and this number 13, 5,000 added. It's Keegan Lester and Wes Miller with a 23.86. 8:12 or faster is what you guys have to be to move to number 1. And they're going to go out with a no time. Here goes your money runs. It's Austin Robertson and Judd Jackson, 23.54. 8:44 or faster is going to guarantee you guys no less than 6 in the average, and that's going to pay $1,950. And they're going to do it. They're 6 and 96. They're moving to number 1 with a 30.50 on 4. Here's your top 5. It's going to be Reed, Wolf, and Victor DeSalvo with a 23.33. They got to be 7:16 or faster. That's going to guarantee no less than 5th in the average, and that's going to pay $3,500. They're going to go out with a no time there. Let's go to your top 4. It's going to be Ryder and Matt with a 23.02. 7:47 or faster, guaranteed you guys no less than 4th in the average, and that's going to pay $54.50. They're going to be clean, 8 and 15. You guys are 31-17. That goes to 2nd, and there's 3 to rope. It's Kenya Pennell and Luke Atkinson, your 3rd high call. You're 22.72. 7:77 or faster will guarantee no less than 3rd in the average, and that's worth $7,400. We're going to be clean. You're 6.94. You go to number 1, 29.66 on 4. There's 2 left. It's Coulter Jackson and Zach Sweeten with a 22.63. 7:02 or faster will guarantee no less than 2nd in the average, and that's going to pay $93.50. We're going to get a capture, 9 and 95. You guys are clean. You're 32 and 58. But that's going to be too long for any average money. And it's your high team back. It's Ashley Richardson and Cooper Robertson. You guys are 22-13 coming in. You got to be 7:52 or faster for $11,300. 10:42 or faster for some of that average money. They're going to get them a leg, 13-16, including. That's going to make you guys 35-29. In this number 13, 5,000 added. First in the average, that's going to be Kenya Pennell and Luke with a 29.66 on 4 for $11,300. Second, that goes to Austin Robertson and Judd Jackson, 30.50 on 4 for $9,350. Third's going to be Ryder and Matt with a 31.17 on 4 for $7,400. Fourth, Ryder's going to double dip. It's Ryder and Maverick with a 31.99 on 4 for $54.50. Fifth is going to be Casey Hilly and Tom Johnson. You guys were 32.16 on 4, and that's going to win $3,500. Logan Sifford and Hagen Wright, you guys are going to win 6. 32.56 on 4 for $19.50. Your fast time that did not place in the average was at 6:46. That's Trace Anderson and Justin Davis. You guys are going to win $600.